Admin right there, ready to introduce me to you guys. Kama dawa, you know, it's Barry Kimani, a trainer here at BWC, Brains with Concepts, because tuko hapa hivi kuwajenga same way that tunataka to build a good community for you guys where we can all be entrepreneurs and grow from that. Okay, so my name is Barry Kimani. I'm the trainer here. Anytime that you come here, if at all unakuja to learn anything about freelance writing, online writing, academic writing, whatever it is, as long as it's writing, I'm the one who's going to train you. I'm the one that's going to take you through the course. And in case you have any questions on that, of course, you can DM us. Hapo voto TikTok tu, utapata mpaka tuko na namba hapo. Reach out and be sure that utapata exactly what you're looking for. And as you can see from the backup, what today I want to talk about is freelance writing job. So guys, sijui watu wangapi wamekuja hapa hivi mara ya kwanza and how many are continuing students? If you are a continuing student, please show me by your hands. Tuma toka like emoji cha kusema you are a continuing student, okay? I'd like to see how many wamekuwa hapa hivi kutoka mwanzo tukianza kusoma article writing, tukianza kusoma about the online writing industry to right now penye tumefanya blogging to copywriting to a bit of SEO. Na sasa ndo tunataka kuongelea something a bit different as kuconnect kila kitu yenye tumekuwa tukiongelea hizo masiku zote. So guys, if you know you have been continuing ever since day one, please just by the show of hands nionyeshe tu. And by the way, if you guys have any questions, of course nikiendelea, of course ndakuja nisome, ndakujibu exactly. So still stay there as tukianza our freelance writing and what not. Niko sure mtu huyu kama mwalimu Nyongo, if you just give it like 20 minutes utakam kuelewa ni kwa nini freelance writing exists na kuna kitu kama academic writing and what not, because that is everything that I'm going to talk about. But today nataka kuexpand akili yenu kidogo, okay? Because with everything that is happening with the trends and what not, with everybody thinking that writing is dead and what not, siwezi kakona exist up even ikiwa nimesimama mbeleni. If at all, I'm here to tell you something that is not there, okay? If I'm here to give you ideas that cannot go anywhere. And that is why I'm going to talk about freelance writing today, with the main objectives being these three. Sawa? Kitu ya kwanza, I'm going to tell you what types of freelance writing jobs exist. Na hizi jobs sija kupatia moja moja, of course ziko mingi zingine hata probably hujaisikia. So I'm going to talk to you about freelance writing jobs on the basis of categories, okay? Na nimezi-categorize into 4 main categories. You guys will learn as we go, and afterwards hapo tutakuja tuongelea about the trends, okay? What is happening in the writing industry, what is happening the entire 4 categories, each freelance writing industry, with specific examples kukushow probably mbona nasema Kenya nasema. So I hope that you guys will stick through that, so that by the time that tunakuja kumaliza, I'll give you a few tips on what you need to do as you choose to do a freelance writing, if you actually require to go through freelance writing. Yeah, and that will be what we're going to discuss today. And again, tulishaongelea online writing as a whole. That was on our first bootcamp. That was an actual bootcamp. And then afterwards we came and talked about blogging. That was our first topic. We came again and talked about copywriting. That was our second topic. And then last week tukakuja tukaongelea maneno na SEO, where we got to connect blogging and copywriting and show you how the three combined pamoja na SEO, they really matter, okay? Now right now what I'm going to do is that I'm going now to talk about freelance writing with specific categories, so that you can get to understand mbona freelance writing is still a lucrative business idea. Okay guys? So an introduction to this. Kila mtu akisikia about freelance writing, I bet kila mtu anafikiria gani maneno na academic writing. Now that is why we as BWC exist here, kukushow like there's so much more past academic writing. There's so much more that you can actually do outside here if you have the motivation, the passion of a writer. You actually put yourself outside there and show that you have a value to give out to these industries, to these people, to these individuals, for you to make good money out of writing. Okay? Now, of course, I told you like nimekuja ku categorize all these writing into 4 categories. The first category, of course, is academic writing. Mwalimu Nyong'o, I think sasa umeshaanza kuelewa what freelance writing and academic writing and how they relate, okay? Academic writing is a category under freelance writing, under online writing, okay? And then we have creative writing, where we will discuss that, and then we have business, and then we have technical and legal writing. All these are 4 different avenues where you can partake, where you can go to and get good money out of it. Because if what I remember very well is that since last year up to right now, a lot of people have been shifting more towards writing, but more towards academic writing within Kenya. When it comes to US, they have been shifting more when it comes to technical and business writing. And a lot of, let's just say, a bit of Africa has been doing creative writing, okay? So, usishtuke. I know that's a lot to like unpack, and that is why I'm here. I'm going to help you unpack. So guys, again, if you have any questions, be sure to note it down there. Niko hapo ili kuwajibu, okay? And then I want to show you exactly why tulianza na blogging tukakuja copywriting. I did a bit of SEO the last time, na mbona sasa nataka kuongelea about freelance writing, because right now I think that we are all thinking, like I keep telling you guys, that there's more to writing rather than academic writing, but how do you actually make money out of it? So this time dance an introduction pekee. So as we go on, go more into details on how you can actually make good money with writing, okay? Now, I'm going to first talk about academic writing, because that's the topic that every single Kenyan knows, okay? And academic writing, basically, what you actually do whenever you're doing academic writing is that you're going to deal with academic materials, okay? So, when I say academic materials, what do I mean? What I mean is that every single writing that you're going to do, there is somebody within an academic institution mwenye amekupatia hiyo job. Sawa, ndio maana utakuja kupata una deal na papers kama like thesis, dissertations, essay, literature reviews, annotated bibliographies and whatnot. Sawa, so basically ukikuja kufanya academic writing, kuna specific things that you have to focus on. For example, there is specific styles that you're supposed to do. Kuna ule atakuja kwambia you need an academic paper that is this number of pages and please use APA or MLA or Chicago or Harvard, any of those styles. That is academic writing, okay? The way that you approach academic writing is that you have to present it in a formal, very formal manner, in the sense that the way that unakuja ku present the information, you remember that you're supposed to inform the reader about something that you're actually going to write about, okay? And that is basically academic writing. So a lot of controversy there. I won't even go into details right now, but I was looking actually at the trends that were outside there, and I came to this site. In it was Market Outlook, and I know it will be hard for you to see, but from here to 2017, that was the year, now up to 2032. If you can see the trend kutoka mwanzo hadi from 2017 to 2032, inakuja kuonyesha that the market is going to grow. But I know that probably you're not thinking about that, and I'll tell you why you're not thinking about that. People go through what it's called change, okay? Technology will change, science will change, you will change, your career might even change, okay? And as long as there's change and you're not adapting to the change as it comes, you're bound to fall. Like a lot of the people that were doing academic writing in the past. Ndio nimesema hapo kuna a lot of controversy. I won't even touch on that sana. But as you can see, according to that, this was a reporting from 2024. Okay? And they looked at the market trend for basically academic writing. Now wameonyesha it's still going to grow. So mbona people are saying that there are no jobs is because they are not creative, innovative enough to actually approach that subject in a way that matters, okay? Again, that is what we do at Brains with Concepts. We expand your mind to new business ideas. So basically that's academic writing. Not much to talk about there. As long as you get to understand that academic materials, that is what you're going to be doing. With academic writing, it's all about the thesis, the dissertations, the research papers, the annotated bibliographies and whatnot. Because you're outside there producing information that informs the reader. Okay, and it needs to be factual, it needs to be formal. That's academic writing, and as you can see, the industry is expected to grow. So again, if you have a question, I'll be right there to answer you. Okay, And then I'm going to go to creative writing. Na nisiwapoteze. Now we are talking about the categories of freelance writing. Okay? Na kwanza tumesema ni academic writing. Another category that now we're going to talk about is going to be creative writing. With creative writing, it gives you an opportunity to actually express yourself, your opinions, what you feel, what you think, what you've experienced, things like that. That is why for explanation, I've come to tell you, creative writing deals with materials that seeks to express opinions, the experiences, or for entertainment purposes. So when I say that, alafu I come and give you an example of a creative writing as being a play. Zile zenye watu wanafanyaga hapa hivi KNT, scripting. That is creative writing right there, okay? Maneno na blog na copywriting, basically what we did in the past 2 weeks, and that was my main focus for all my boot camps. For every single time nikikuja hapa hivi, nataka kuonyesha how these two really matter, especially with a combination of SEO, and how it can be very beneficial kwako, especially if you treat yourself as a brand, if you treat yourself as an individual that is ready to create contracts with other businesses. You as a writer can actually make a lot from that. Kuna scripts, there are personal essays, there are poems, there are things like that. So with creative writing, it's all about the freedom of expression. It's all about you putting yourself outside there. And for a lot of the creative writers, of course, a lot of the creative writers penye unakuja kwa party inakuwa ni WordPress. Sawa? Because in WordPress, it's much more easier for you to create a mimicry of your own website, because it will still be hosted under WordPress. It will still be hautakuwa your own domain. A lot of these terminologies, if at all zitakumix, be sure to ask, I'll answer that. So with WordPress, unakuwa tu a platform where you can get there, you can go there and then creatively express yourself, tell a story, write a poem, okay? And then as long as people have the link to that specific poem, they can open it, and the more influence you have, of course, you can do maneno na influencing and whatnot. Now, if you take a look at these statistics, I'm going to warn you right now, this is not for the entire world. That's just based on US. Kitu ya pili, it's not for every creative writing article. This is only for the ones that have been published and the ones that have not been published. So ikifika ni story na ghostwriting, we haven't really focused on that. Ikifika ni maneno na scripting, bado hatujataja hapo. Maneno na personal essays and whatnot, bado hatujashika hapo. Hii ni maneno na ebooks, audiobooks, things like that. Okay? And you can see that in 2023, there was like 6.7 billion made from it. Okay? That there was a 5% increase in the number of people that ventured into that business. And that is only in USA. And mbona na focus sana na USA? Because regardless of whether you are doing academic, creative, technical, legal, or even business writing, it is much more better for you to actually focus on companies that are abroad, because they actually do pay much more better, especially when you present yourself in such a way that you have a portfolio, you have a reputation, and you have a brand. They'll pay you much more better for you to deliver quality material and material that makes sure that whatever the objective is, whatever they expect from you, they can achieve it. You see? So with all this data, what it clearly demonstrates is that that's another category of writing that is definitely growing. Okay, guys? That's another category of writing that is definitely growing. Another category for you to venture, as long as you understand where and how. Okay? Again, it's something that we again feature within our course. So that is creative writing at its best. And now I'm going to come to the most lucrative of all writing categories, which is technical, and I forgot to add in the legal writing. Okay? So what do I mean when I say technical writing? Technical writing seeks to convey information in a clear and structured manner. What does that mean? Think about this. Kuna zile documents zenye businesses will always require whenever they are running. These can be documents about probably the procedure for hiring a new employee. It can be about the policies that are within the organization and people are expected to adhere to them. It can be about the routines that people are supposed to go through. Okay? For example, kama mimi nikifika job, what am I expected? What are my responsibilities? What am I supposed to achieve? Okay? Hizo ndio tunaitaga standard operating procedures. You see? And every single business that exists outside there, every single company, every single corporate, every single big company, and of course lazima iko kuna a bulk employee, they'll require all these documents. And if I remember well, okay, from the data that I was actually looking at, the data demonstrated that the average earning for a technical writer inafaa kwa between 60 to 80, and of course not shillings, and that's per year, which is good money. Okay, and with technical writing ni kitu a bit different, si kama creative, si kama academic. Okay, because a lot of the information that you're going to come through, most of them it's going to be complex, and it will be up to you to sit down, understand what is supposed to happen, understand how it's supposed to happen, and then for you to clearly create it step by step. Any information, and you might even find yourself having a document this big. You see, especially for things that are legal. If you are a lawyer, hata unajua zile vitu za ulikuwa unadili nazo back in campus, ulikuwa unaambiwa unaandika a very big document. Okay, vitu za court filings, that's illegal, and they don't pay you a lot for nothing, because it's a lot of work, but it's work that will pay you. Now, if you can look here to my right side, to my left side, okay, when it comes to technical writing, there are skills that you're going to require, okay, and this one is just a few of them, and I hope that you notice when it comes to Microsoft package, the more you understand about it, the better you are going to be when it comes to your technical writing and legal writing. Okay, so kitu kama Microsoft Office, I don't even need to mention that. For you to write, you need that application or WPS, whichever that you choose. No, you still need that. Unafaa to understand how you bold, how you italicize, how you get to indent your paragraphs and whatnot notes. Okay. So Microsoft Office is one of the best skills that you can have as a writer. Legal research, being able to actually research and legally write. Because if I'm a lawyer, I'm going to present information to other lawyers. Trust me, I won't speak like a medic. I won't speak like a businessman. There are terms that I'm expected to use. So I hope that tuko pamoja so far. I hope siwapotezi. So sijui kama tuko pamoja guys, tell me. Tell me guys, are we together? Hey, thanks for the love guys. Napenda venye siku hizi we always show up on Wednesday. We are actually here to pick up on something. Okay? So tumesema when it comes to technical writing, actually any writing, being able to actually use the Microsoft package entire. Haijalishi ni Excel, ama ni PowerPoint, ama ni Office. You being able to use all this package, understanding the functions, the formulas, the entire structure of that package, itakuwa very beneficial for you, because regardless of whether you're doing academic writing ama unakuja kufanya business writing, you'll find yourself in some instances unakuja kuambiwa you need to present. Okay, like for me to actually do this, I had to sit down, create this entire presentation for you guys. Okay, and I'm neither doing any of that. This is just for me to you guys. Okay, so kuna business, sindio? Kuna ule mtu mwenye akona business idea, business strategy, hata kwenda kuambia boss wake najua kenye tunafaa kufanya ndo tupate sales. So huyo mtu akikuja kupatia idea yake, okay, atahitaji create a presentation. Okay, kuna students who are going to be told to learn about ethics. Okay, na tumekam ku understand venye science na technology na define. So now create a presentation where you will have a video of 5 minutes. So just 5 minutes kutuelezea what do you think that the current ethical problems ni, what the future of that was going to be, now what you think that people should do about it. Okay, wewe mtu mwenye atakwambia. So you see, it doesn't matter whether you're doing creative, business, technical or academic writing, having the capability of using the entire Microsoft suite is much more better for you. Sijui kama so far tuko pamoja guys. Sijui kama so far tuko pamoja. So examples of technical writing, of course tuko na manuals, product documentations where you get to tell the features that a product has ama service, and standard operating procedures. Hiyo nimewambia. Maneno na reports, it can be maybe an industrial report, a company report, things like that. Na technical guides, again, if just the technical guides. So with the legal writing, it's only legal writing and technical writing is basically the same thing. It's only that with technical you're focused with companies, and with legal you're going to be focused with, well, legal things, of course, maneno na court cases and whatnot. So this is technical writing and legal writing, and I won't lie, me so far from what I can tell, from even the friends that I have, those that do this stuff actually get paid much more. Wanu watu wenye wako Kenya but wanalipwa per hour, because the kind of work that they do is not small, ni kitu kubwa. Okay, so far so good. I'm going to look for some questions right here. I don't know, admin, any questions? How can I start working online? Didition. I'm going to tell you that before I close up the entire thing. Okay? I hope bado uko around the Dickens. If uko around manze, just sema hi. Tafadhali just sema hi. I'm going to tell you how you can start working online. Okay? Hey, thanks guys. Zuri, welcome for your first time to come. Mwalimu Nyongo, I hope nilikujibu. By the way, I hope so far tunaelewana vizuri. Steve, I hope my network is now working well. I hope it's going to work well. Koki, when it comes to blogging, what I said, blogging basically you actually require a platform for you to actually blog. So, nakumbuka, I actually said that for any single writer, so, because this is something that we are actually practicing here within our organization. So, kenye tunafanya, it's as simple as this. Hata sisi bado we blog. We have a community of writers that actually help us blog, but they actually require specific skills for them to actually help us. So if you actually want to blog and actually want to make good money from it, naambiaga wase, you don't actually need to do it for person. Maybe ile tu ya kwanza kufanya, kugain the capital that you need for you to actually secure your own website, your own domain. Kutoka hapo hivyo, you can actually just make money by you being a brand by yourself, because watu wangapi mnajua wenye wanafanya blogging na for everything that is about traveling unaopata huko, watu wangapi wenye wanajua like basically all they do is that they don't necessarily blog but create content on specific niches and make money from that. Hiyo bado is just blogging na video, kutengeneza video kama hii, it's not that different, because yote you create content on a specific niche. No. So with blogging, you'll actually need a platform. It can be Twitter, it can be TikTok, it can be any specific site, but I actually always urge people, if you want to make the best money from blogging, actually have your own website. Situate yourself apart. With your own website, you have much more avenues for you to make money from it, rather than kurele on the other platforms. No. So blogging sana within the websites, okay? Trippy, sikuelewi. Trippy hapo vona sijakuelewa. Tell us on his behalf. Yeah. Okay, so definitely I'm going to go there. I'm definitely going to go there, but acha nimalize tu kwanza na business writing. So, the last category out of those, juu tumeongelea academic writing. Sawa, hiyo ni ya kwanza tumeongelea. Tukakuja tukaongelea creative writing, maneno na kutengeneza creative content, because again, writing is basically content creation but in different formalities, okay? Kitu ya tatu, tumekuja tukaongelea technical writing and legal writing, which tumesema it is the most lucrative out of all the options, but again, depends on how you approach each, okay? Alafu sasa tuko na business writing. So with business writing, you're basically going to create business material, okay? yani reduce hivyo before tuanze kuingia into the content. So what you have to do with business writing is that you have to communicate efficiently within a professional context. So this is how the business get to engage with other people. No. Kitu ya kwanza, regardless of which writing that you're going to do, minus academic writing. So kama unafanya academic writing and technical writing. If you're going to do business writing and you're going to do creative writing, social media is going to be a must for you. Hiyo nao una option. That's how the internet works today. That's how the search engine works today. Okay? So with business writing, utakuja kupata the kind of content you're going to create. They're going to be business email, meeting agendas, proposals, company report, and business plan. Do you know what that means? That basically means that one of the most important skills that you're going to require, especially for something like the business email, it's going to be copywriting. Why? Because most of the people abroad actually prefer when these businesses reach out to them, not via SMS, not within their WhatsApp, but within their emails. Hiyo ni maneno kuhusu vitu kama newsletters. Okay? Because with a newsletter, I'm going to tell you I have a new product, I have a new service, and the features ni hii na hii. Ama ndakuja nikuambie I have this product na nimekuaga na hii service pia at the same time, but ni kama ulisahau. So what does that mean? That means that what I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to make you want to either see or use this product or service. Okay? That requires copywriting, because again, copywriting is about mastering the art of what? Of persuasion. Okay? And again, for you to effectively persuade, you need logic and an ability to attack the emotion of the reader. Hizo tu. Naona copywriting basically it's a must need. Based on everything yenye nimekuja kuambia, blogging, that's by itself. But for you to make the most out of blogging, for you to make the most out of creative writing, for you to make the most out of business writing, you don't just need to create content. You need to create persuasive content. You need to create content yenye inafaa kuresonate with the people that are going to actually read it, okay? And if you are going to be able to do that, the skill that you actually need is going to be copywriting. So, but I can talk to you as good as I want, but if at all siwezi fikisha that information to where you are, if at all I am unable to collect all the emails that are needed for people that are going to like what I'm going to put out to them, regardless of how good I write, it makes sense. Okay? So wenye tulianza kutoka mwanzo hadi sahi, from the second week to the last week, everything is kind of building up to what you can actually do if you want to become a freelance writer. So now, Ebu, let's start talking about each, because today we are talking about how you can make money out of all this. Now, when I go back to academic writing, the most traditional way imekuwa ni maneno na accounts, right? That's good, that's okay. If it's working for you still, ni sawa. But what I can urge you, if you want to become a good academic writer, kuna kwa na hii link yenye watu wamekuwa wakianza kutumia maneno na wana sources for US numbers, and then from these US numbers, of course, ni kitu yenye utalipia either per day ama per month ama for an extended period of time. Because ni kama subscription. From that number, you go to these WhatsApp groups for these schools, the websites, the whatnot, and you actually directly approach a student. Sindio? Because if ndaenda kwa WhatsApp group ya student, most probably ndakuja kuambiwa probably ana study psychology, probably ana study counseling, maybe any business administration, hiyo ndo kitu yenye anafanya. And given that najua naweza ka deliver right there, only student mwenye of course nda approach many, we get to agree on the terms kwa wale wenye watakuja ku agree, and then I get to have a direct client based on that. Plus there are a lot of platforms outside here where you can actually meet people who want an academic writer and people who seek for that service. Again, it's much more better for you to approach clients this way than actually waiting for an employer kupatia jobs. Creative writing. With creative writing, actually, it doesn't require much. Capital yenye itakuitisha probably ni kitu kama 10k, because in maneno sasa hapa ndio penye sasa nakwambia, if you're going to express yourself, sawa, use your platform. Given that there are 8.05 billion searches in a day, 8 point, yani like the number of searches yenye Google inapatana nayo inakimbizana na the number of population yenye iko kwa hii dunia, you get 8.05 billion. And I bet this, that one field yenye you know you are actually very good at. So, nakwambia kukosa kitu kama 10k for you to set up that website, but the returns will be much more with time. Hakuna kitu yenye inakujaga haraka. So, regardless of whether unafanya whichever of these categories, time and strategy, it's a very important idea, okay? With technical writing and legal writing, what you're going to actually require ni, you get to present yourself to these firms. So you get to tell them that I can do technical writing for this type of documents. I can actually do legal writing for this type of issues. And if at all you're interested, this is my knowledge and this is my capability and this will be my value to you. No. So this you can either do physically or you get to approach them online. Okay? And again, the way that you present yourself, the way that you express yourself, it matters. Okay? So with technical writing, that's the one way that you can actually get clients and you can actually get money from it. Now, when it comes to business writing, basically it will work out the same way that technical and legal writing is going to go. Now, for each and every successful writer, for you to start out, of course, unahitaji the skills. The skills are very important. But even before hata tufike hapo, after actually looking at every single trend yenye nilikokuwa hapo hivyo nayo, after actually sitting and thinking about the whole freelancing career thing, kuna kitu moja yenye you actually have to agree. Naona hapa hivi sidhani kama kuna otherwise, because when it comes to artificial intelligence, that one is not going anywhere. So if anything is going to get better and better. Now for you to become a successful freelance writer, for you to actually become a successful freelance writer, kuna zile tools zenye lazima utatumia. And these tools are going to differ depending on the type of writing that you're doing. For example, mtu mwenye anakuja kufanya academic writing atahitaji tools kama gani? Maneno na Grammarly, but you know inatumika kwa zote because you need your grammar good. With academic writing, you're going to require tools like, let's say, for example, Quillbot. Okay? You're going to require tools like Turnitin. These are tools that you're not going to find for a person mwenye anakuja kufanya kitu kama, let's say, SEO and copywriting. Because huyo anahitaji something much more different. Why? Because lazima akae chini a research about the audience. How do you do that? Google Analytics. Okay? Atoke hapo hivyo ende akafanye kitu yenye inaitwa keyword research. Why? Because you need to find the keyword gap, because sasa hapo hivi umetoka from the avenue where you're just putting out a formal information that is about informing the person to actually putting out information yenye you're actually targeting a specific set of audience, requiring a specific set of either service, information or product. Okay? So unaona kuna difference between all this writing material. But regardless of that, with the inflation and everything and whatnot, people are much more willing to either invest in AI or in which it is something that you can also do. You invest, make sure that you deliver quality, and you'll never lack clients. Okay? So in every single trend that has been featured. And then another thing, regardless of how you think about freelance writing and online writing, it is still a lucrative business. It all depends on how you approach the same. Okay? Because if you just say that you're going to situate yourself within that specific niche, and then you get to create a good strategy on how you're going to approach that, how you're going to target your clients, how you're going to price everything and whatnot, You'll find it being a lucrative business, okay? And the last thing, of course, and this is very important. This is very, very important. Don't have one skill. Please, don't have one skill. That is going to be the death of you. I can write so good, I can write so well, but if that writing does not transform into something like probably conversion, there's nothing that I'm going to actually do, especially if I'm going to focus on something like creative writing, business, or technical writing. Okay, because these ones, they actually don't just require you to put information there, but to actually have a strategy in place as to how that information will move from your website to the hands of those that need it. Okay, that is why within our course tutakuja kupata, of course, tutakufunza academic writing, no issue. You're not tutakufunza, no issue. But when we teach you about blogging, when we teach you about copywriting, we will never leave out SEO. Search engine optimization. Search engine optimization. That is something that will never leave out. Why? Because we need to make sure that you're able to write well, definitely. That your content isn't just written well, but it is persuasive enough. Okay? And after you have that quality information outside there, you're able to rely on search engine optimization skills to make sure that that content that you write is actually going to go somewhere. So, to rely on one skill is not going to be that good. I can be a copywriter, yes. But if I don't understand the rules of SEO, regardless of whether I'm using social media platform, iko kwenye Instagram, iko kwenye LinkedIn, iko kwenye TikTok, whatever. If at all I can understand how SEO works, how these search engines they work, because again, kama vile tu niliwaambia last time, every platform that you use, iko kwenye Pinterest, Instagram, iko kwenye Facebook, whatnot, zote ni search engine, because they have to present the information that you like to you. For Google, it has to present information that is relevant to you. So regardless of how you look at it, relevance becomes a very pivotal point when it comes to this search engine. So kama utajua kutumia hizi, aweshapotea, aweshaanguka. Sawa. So what do I have to tell you before ni wajibu the rest of the questions? Okay, I'm going to tell you this because my point has always been the same. If you really want to become a good freelance writer, sawa, if unataka kuto rely on accounts and actually make good money from it, sawa, kitu ya kwanza, understand what it is that you're going to do. Sawa, so that if I understand that kenye mimi nataka kufanya, for example, like me, I actually do SEO. If that is where my heart is at, you get to understand what do you actually require, the tools, the resources, the skills, the knowledge, the experience, okay? How do you get to put yourself outside there? And even before that, how do you get to build yourself in such a way that you're going to grow to who you want to be, okay? So understand what it is that you want to do. Secondly, ask yourself this very important question. So, for example, I want to do technical writing, right? I have the skills and the knowledge on how to do technical writing, but who are going to be my audience? Who are going to be the clients that I'm going to approach? So that when you choose maybe companies, you get to know the kind of companies that you're going to approach. Is it going to be like a company that deals with industrial stuff? Is it going to be like a company that deals with HR? Is it going to be a company that deals with law, medicine? Based on your field, on what you've always known. Okay? Based on that, you get to understand the kind of client that you're going to approach. Then it brings you to this other question. Okay, so these are the people that I'm going to approach. Depending on the type of category that I'm doing, what do they expect from you? Okay, for me, for every single company that I'm going to approach, it's going to expect this one thing: an increase in either conversion rates or visitations within their website or social media pages. You see? So now I understand the kind of value that they expect me to bring. Once I understand the value that they expect me to bring, I will do this. I will make sure that now I have the skills, knowledge, resources, and tools that I'm going to need to make sure that I provide that exact value. So the last thing that I'm going to focus on, the last thing will be my approach to these companies. How am I going to approach them? How do they expect me to actually present myself to them? For me, again, because I do SEO and copywriting, because that's basically what I do, plus blogging. Before I present my company, before I go approach a company, I have to sit down, do my keyword research, look at the competition, see the keyword gaps that they have, backlinks, and whatnot. Basically, every little thing about the analytics. And based on that, I'll create a presentation, approach a company, tell them that, hey, mko hivi and I like mko hivi and this is the kind of value that I'm going to bring to you guys. Okay? And with me having a strategy as to how I will approach and a strategy as to how I will solve a particular problem. Again, as to how I'll solve a particular problem, I'll understand how to effectively approach and make myself a good freelance writer, actually earning lucratively in this industry. So you see, right here at BWC, we are trying to shift the idea away from academic writing and accounts. We're trying to build a community of entrepreneurs right here. So I'd really like it. Kina Dickens, Kina Zori, I'd really love it if you guys could come and join our entrepreneurship community alongside our Forex and crypto traders, okay? So, sorry. Basically, that was what I was going to talk about today, and I'm going to look at I can only see that there has been one question, how to work online. I really don't know how to answer that. Like, what do you mean? Admin, I'm not an idea. How to work online, sir? Trippy, Ebu ask that question in a much more better way and then I'll help you answer. I'll give you a good answer. From online. I really thought that nilikuwa nimejibu, but I'll just go over it one more time, guys. I'll go over it one more time. Basically, there are different ways, of course. Ile nje yenye mnapenda ndo hiyo, sawa. Ile nje nyingine mnapenda ndo hiyo. Now the kind of ways that I'm trying to show ndo hii moja, and the other one is, and this is dependent on the kind of rating that you're going to do and how you're going to actually do it, okay? So accounts, so now for just an account and then it will link it to the clients. With employers, these are people with accounts that are going to actually give you work, okay? And the same place that you're nakuja kutoa employers is going to be the same place that probably you can actually get clients, especially if you're going to do academic writing. Cheki, acha niwaambie by the way, maneno msitumie TikTok kuangalia tu kushinda ume scroll kwa reel pekee. Usitumie Instagram kushinda bado kwa reels, okay? Usishinde on your pin interest just looking at the ideas that people have without you actually putting yourself outside there. So, be creative. Become that content creator that can actually express that I have this value to offer. Okay? And based on that value, utakuja useme, of course, if you demonstrate that you have a certain value and you specify yourself within that field, iko kwenye academic, business, creative or technical writing, kuna watu wenye watakuja kupatana na content yako, because again, every single search engine is geared toward relevancy. Ile information yenye unataka ndo kenye utakuja kuonyeshwa. So for people who are much more interested in either learning or probably finding somebody that knows about technical legal writing and what not, this information itakuja kuwafikia. And if iwafikia and then they reach out, so ndivyo umeangukia direct client without actually having an employer within between you and them. Hakuna mtu mwenye na broke. So for every single amount of money that utakuja kuitisha, itakuwa much more higher than you actually having an employer. Same case goes for academic writing, same case goes for creative writing and what not. It's all about how you put yourself outside there. No maana nakwambia, once you have the skills, what you actually require is a strategy. Strategy as to how you're going to put yourself outside there, as to how you're going to present yourself outside there. And don't be lazy. It's not going to be easy, but again, much more like Upwork. What you need ni au clients moja, wawili, watatu, na hivyo ndio venye utakuwa ushaenda. Sijui kama nimekujibu. I hope nimekujibu vizuri. So here guys, that has been me right now, right here, talking about freelance writing jobs. And up until next Wednesday, I'll see you guys.
Thank you so much.